because we have an amazing and super inspiring guest. Laura Harstad joins us live right now. Laura, where are you coming to us from?
I'm in Minnesota.
Well, greetings from Los Angeles. We love the magic of television and being able to connect like this. And for those of you who are just tuning in, Laura is the go-to virtual branding photographer for entrepreneurs. She helps entrepreneurs elevate their brand and stand out online through the power of professional images. And get this, it's all done from the comfort of their home. Joyful experiences, she always says, guaranteed. I love that. We cannot emphasize enough how fun, welcome, by the way, Laura, that it is for somebody to share not only their joy, but be able to create an experience where people don't even have to leave their home. So I know everybody at home is intrigued. Let's start at the beginning with your inspirational story. And it starts in 2020. 2020, you took a big leap. Tell us about it.
Yes. So 2020 was a big year for a lot of people, myself included. I have two boys, ages 12 and 14, and we decided to homeschool that year. And I knew that I had to make other changes in my life to work around that, to have more freedom and just be there for them. And so I finally took the massive leap and left my stable 9-to-5 job. I loved it. I was working for a nonprofit. It was fantastic. But I needed that freedom and that flexibility. And so that's when I became a full-time entrepreneur. And it wasn't easy to get going. I've never run a business before. I've learned a lot about social media and being online through other jobs, but I had never had my own business. And I didn't even know what I was going to do when I quit my job. I just knew I could do something. Other people have done this, right? Other people are entrepreneurs and they've made it happen. So I knew I could do it too, somehow. And I just started off learning everything I could, signing up for courses and just learning and immersing myself and surrounding myself with entrepreneurs. And I tried all sorts of different business ideas. I mean, I started an English language business, teaching people English. That kind of fizzled. And then I started hosting online events. And actually, I connected with you right before my first online event. And it was about joy. And I did it because I knew people needed more joy in their life. And that actually opened the door to so many things. I met the speakers that I got for that event. I ended up being a partner with one in a business. I ended up hiring one as my business coach just this year. And so just the people I met through that event really were a huge part of my journey as an entrepreneur. So I was just trying all of these things, taking action, taking bold steps, and that eventually led to where I am today. And do you want me to jump into that?
Well, I was going to say absolutely, because I think what people at home, are starting to grasp is you took a real leap of faith. And I think that it's really important we just sort of digest this for the level of inspiration that it is. Most people wait to get things just right, and then they switch gears with their career. Walking away without a plan is not only courageous, it's actually what you have to do sometimes in order to find your great joy and your zone of genius and what we call shine here on the Meredith Show. So you've certainly found that. And I'd love to know the story about how you did and what it is that you're doing now, because I find it fascinating.
I love that you call this Shine TV. It's just perfect because that is my goal as well, is just shine and be a light. And I've wanted to help other people shine for as long as I can remember. And that has been through photography. Photography has just been my passion my entire life. And one of the reasons I love it so much, I actually have a pretty terrible memory. And so photography was my way of just capturing those special moments in life. And so I've just been taking thousands of pictures over the decades, but I could never quite figure out how to do it as a full-time business. Being home, trying to start a virtual business, it didn't quite fit at the beginning. And so I kind of pushed that aside, tried all of the other things I told you about. But last year, one of my friends mentioned to me, hey, you should check out this person on Instagram. She has a virtual photography studio. And that's when all of the puzzle pieces fell into place, because I knew I could do virtual photography. This was perfect. I could do photography from home, be a full-time photographer finally, which has been my dream
I'm
for
going to have to
decades.
stop you because everybody listening is probably like, okay, that's very interesting, but what on earth is a virtual photographer?
Yes.
Please clarify because I was amazed at the technology that you use.
It's magical, honestly. I still think it's magical every time I do a photo shoot. But basically, my clients are all over the world and all they need is a smartphone. And there's a free app, it's a photo studio app that they download to their phone. And then I can take pictures through their phone during the photo shoot. So it's like I'm there in person. I'm talking the whole time, getting the best lighting, helping them with poses. They have lots of different outfit changes, locations, and it's like a regular branding photo shoot. I'm just not there in person. I'm on their phone.
You
And so
literally
that's how
take
it
over
works.
the phone. Is that right?
Sorry?
You literally like take over the phone.
Yeah. So it's kind of like on this Zoom call, I can see them and then it allows me to take pictures of what I see on the screen, but it's through their
Wow.
phone. And then
It's
the pictures
amazing.
come to me and I professionally edit everything and send them their final gallery.
Well, the couple things I love about this, when you first told me, not only was I amazed, I was fascinated because my big pet peeve and the thing that I don't enjoy, having had the pleasure of doing some photo shoots, is dragging clothes and accessories to multiple locations. You can literally do all of this from your home, like just need to grab whatever's in the closet, lay it out. And through the magic of technology, and of course, your zone of genius, you've actually worked with people virtually in India, Germany, New Zealand. Tell us about the list. I mean, it's amazing how you've been able to create really, really special and creative, unique images from all over the world.
Yeah, my clients are in all sorts of different time zones. I've done a photo shoot at 10:30 at night for my client in India. So she could be
Wow.
there in the morning. And I partner with a virtual branding stylist and she helps my clients pick what to wear so they look amazing during their photo shoot. So all of this is done virtually. And you're right, they're home. They're in the place that they love, the place that they've created to really reflect their personality. And so I work with entrepreneurs and I take images that help shine a light on them so they can show up and stand out online for their business. And I love working with entrepreneurs. It's an amazing group of people. There's just such a special spirit for
Well,
people who are taking that leap and making their own path in the world.
it's true, and I'm sure you're inspiring people watching to take the leap. You call it a big, bold joy, the way you live your life. What does that mean to you, and for people who are considering becoming an entrepreneur, and trying to help other people shine in their own way? What do you say to them?
What I've noticed is that people kind of tend to live life in their comfort zone. It's easier. And I want to encourage you to just jump outside of that. And I like to encourage people to live a big, bold, and joyful life. Big meaning dream, big dreams. What if you had the big dream that you are going to be a billionaire? And what if you became a millionaire, not a billionaire, but look how much farther along you were just because you had that massive big dream. So dream those big dreams and it'll take you further along. And be bold. I like to call it live in your courage zone, not your comfort zone. Live in your courage zone. Be
I
bold.
love that. I just want to say it again, live in your courage zone. I've never heard it. And my goodness, wouldn't it be a more beautiful world if we all stepped out of our comfort and into our courage? Oh my goodness, yes. And then finally, you say another key component in living a big, bold, joyous life is being intentional. What does that mean to you?
And to be intentional about having joy in your life. And a lot of people kind of forget that you can make it happen. You don't have to wait for joy to come to you. If you look for it and if you find ways to add things to your life that bring you joy, you will have a life full of joy. You can change how you experience life. It's what you focus on and it's what you take action on. We deliberately chose to homeschool so we would have more freedom and add more joy to our family and to our kids' education. And it's just, you make those big decisions based on, will this bring me more joy? Well, ask yourself that question. And it might be as simple as a wonderful cup of coffee. That's how I start my day every day. I just love it so much. And it brings me just that little dose of joy, or putting on your favorite soundtrack that brings you joy. But be intentional about that and put that in every day and then look for it. As a photographer, beautiful images bring me joy. People smiling brings me joy. And so I watch for that in the world. And it really makes a difference for every day that I live this life. I'm living fully. I'm living with big, bold joy in this life.
I love it. And the sweetest thing, if you would like to work with Laura, you can reach her at lauraharstad.com, and you can see that on your screen because you have to spell it very specifically. Make sure it's SAD, right? And one other thing I'd like to end with is your generosity. A portion of each photo shoot's proceeds goes to the incredible nonprofit Love Without Borders. So you not only do you help people shine with work, and your way of shining is helping them shine, but you also have this warm fuzzy of charity. Tell us about it.
Yes. And so Love Without Boundaries is an organization my family has been supporting for years. And I knew that when I built my business, I would want my business to also be a place to be able to support this organization. Our two boys joined our family through adoption. And so it just opened my eyes to the needs of families around the world. And sometimes families just need help for a medical treatment for their child, and that allows their family to stay together, or they need food or something like that. And so this organization, Love Without Boundaries, is helping families all over the world. And
Wow.
it is incredible. They have saved lives. And I love being able to support them. And it just fills me with joy to be able to make a difference in that way.
Well, you've definitely shared your joy and your love here. And I know that somebody at home is watching, and that somebody at home knows somebody doing something out there amazing as well. And we hope whatever you do, if you're watching at home, you take a little bit of time and share the love, share their story. And most of all, please, if you have a moment, share Laura's story, share this video with a friend, because the best thing we can do in the world is not only connect, but help each other shine. Thank you so much, Laura, for being on the Meredith Show. It's such a pleasure to share your inspirational story with our audience. Thank you all for watching, and we hope we'll see you right here, same time again on the Meredith Show.
If you liked today's episode, we hope that you'll like us on Facebook and stay connected. You can find us under The Meredith Show there, and on Instagram under The Meredith Show. And if you or somebody you know you think will make a great guest, please email us at meredith@themeredithshow.com, and my team will set up an appointment right away.